So usually with these type of videos, I usually just talk about one, maybe two different games that I really hone in on and express why you should take advantage of the sale that's going on. But right now, honestly, there's just too many really good games that are on sale. And you have until the 15th, so from the release of this video, it gives you about 4 to 5 days to kind of mull over which ones you want to get. But I also want to break things down a little bit different. Since Christmas was only a couple weeks ago, I assume at least some people have gotten a Nintendo Switch, and maybe even a Christmas from last year they got the Nintendo Switch. You've been through a lot of the first party games, and now you're kind of running out of games to choose from. So I thought I'd start things off with maybe games that a lot of people already own or know about, but some of the newer users may not be aware of these games or just have had a chance to get them yet. And I'm going to start off with a game that I have over 500 hours in, and my mom even plays the game. Yes, a 62-year-old woman also plays this game, and that is Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is arguably one of the greatest games ever created because it does give that accessibility. It gives so many options. There's so much to do in this game. People like my mom or even my son, they just have a lot of fun doing the whole farm life simulator. You know, raising crops, raising animals, maintaining the farm, making a lot of dough, getting married, having kids, that whole spiel. I personally am down deep in the dungeons trying to find dinosaur eggs so I can hatch my own dinosaur farm, and yes, that is a thing in this game. You can have a dinosaur farm. You can make your own clothes. You can do all sorts of stuff. Like, there is almost no limit to the creativity that can go into this game. And like I said, I have like 300 hours into this game. I would say it's one of those always play games. What I mean is you never really beat it and you're always playing it. It's an investment that will go down as one of the best gaming decisions you made. And right now, the game is only $9.99, which is insane for what you get. Now, it's 30% off its regular price, which is $14.99. This is a must pick up if you don't own it, which I'm sure everyone does pretty much, but a couple other games that are also on sale. I'm going to start with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania, kind of old school. It's a rather dark, difficult game, but this game is incredibly popular. Anyone who really gets into it really loves it. It's not unattainable, but it is rather difficult. And right now, it is 50% off, going from $14.99 to $7.50. And in that same vein, we have Ori Will of the Wisp and Ori and the Blind Forest, which is also a Metroidvania style game with a little bit more fluid movement, and the game looks beautiful. And both of those games are 62% off, going from $19.99 down to $7.50. Now, my next group of games is more for the intermediate user, someone who has most of the essentials but still doesn't have a deep enough backlog. And I'm going to start off with a couple games that I'm not going to show video for because YouTube might, I don't know, give me a strike or something. But we have Doom Eternal, which is typically $59.99. Right now it's $14.99. And Wolfenstein 2, which I'm just adding this in. I don't know the exact price it was originally, but I do know right now it's $5.99. And for Wolfenstein 2, it's an amazing price. Now, I'm also going to add in here Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a roguelike, sort of Metroidvania style game. Rather difficult, but really fun. And this is a game that the team has continued to work on. They put out so much in this game that is still growing. And right now, it's only $12.99. It's 50% off from being $24.99. And for those gamers who prefer more the casual, cozy experience, we do have Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is a kind of like Animal Crossing meets, I don't know, Life Sim? I'm not exactly sure what it is. To be honest, I haven't played it, but I know a lot of people really like it, and a lot of people are big fans of Disney. And right now, it's only $22.49, about 25% off, as it is originally marked $29.99. Another game that is 30% off, and I think this is perfect price for it, is a game I just reviewed not too long ago, and it's the Oregon Trail. It's sort of a remake, and it's definitely different than the Oregon Trail we all remember back with the old computers and everything, but it hasn't moved away from the principle of it, that it's a different game. It's still the same game and it's still really fun and has so much value in the game. But the problem is they valued it a little bit too high. It sells for $29.99, and I even said in my review, if it was on sale, it would be worth it. And it's on sale for $20, which is, I would say, just about perfect for the price, because there is a lot of content in the game. Now, finally, I'm going to end on Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. And I know there's some people who are very very, very torn on this. Don't like Devil May Cry 3, but I'm telling you, this is a really fun game. It's a really action-packed, high-intensity, difficult but fun, rewarding game. And right now it's 50% off. So, regularly goes for $19.99, which I think is pretty fair, honestly. And right now it's $9.99. So you can't really pass that up. Alright, now we are to the section of people who've watched all of these videos, have tons of games, their backlog is overfilled, but they can't stop adding games to their backlog. Basically me. And I want to introduce a few games. Hopefully I hit on one of these that you don't already have, but if you're like me, there's a chance that I won't be introducing anything new, but let's hope I do find a game. I want to start off with Dusk Driver. Dusk Driver is an amazingly fun, action-packed, beautiful game. Just really mix like Dynasty Warriors with anime, and you got Dusk Driver. There's far more to the game than that, but I don't have enough time to go through it. But the one thing I do want to touch on is that this game is typically $34.99, but it's 90% off right now. So it's $3.49. Now there is a Dusk Driver 2, but if I'm being honest, I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one. So I would definitely pick that up if you haven't. And it's one of those situations where, the prequel is better, which is crazy. Moving on to, the casual gamer, the cozy gamer. There's a game that is in my library that I think about playing all the time. And honestly, I don't know why this game had such a deep impact on me. I can't explain why I still think about playing it or going back and playing more of it. But it is a game called Chicory, A Colorful Tale. In this game, you play as a little dog-type creature. It's really cute, but the fact is, in this game, the color has been drained out. The typical painter in the game is a rabbit who ends up painting the whole world. But this game goes really deep at this point because she's in a depression and the world is left colorless. So it's up to you to pick up where you can and start to paint and color the entire world. It plays like a gigantic coloring book, and for some reason, it's just a lot of fun. But right now, it is $13.99, down from $19.99. It's 30% off. It's a really, really fun, cute, relaxing game that, again, I still think about playing, which is odd, because typically I don't like playing these type of games. And now for the last game of this video, is a game called Garden Story, which I don't hear enough people talk about. It's a really good, fun, cute game, but don't let the cuteness and the fun and the almost coziness get to you, because it's also a very difficult game. Not to say it's unattainable, it's not on the level of like even Ori or Hollow Knight, it's not like that, but it does take some grinding, it does take some upgrading to be able to fight some of the bosses. See, you are a little grape, you're a Concord, and you're tasked with taking care of the nursery of sorts. It's sort of a garden in itself where you grow other villagers, but nothing has grown since you were born, so you're later moved on, and it happens rather early in the game where the guardian of the village wants you to become the next guardian. The rot has gotten out of control, and it's not only affecting your village, but other adjacent villages. The plum, who is the guardian at the time, decides that his attributes need to be used in other areas. So he's going to train you. And this training is not really what it's cracked up to be, as it only takes a quick little tutorial, and then you're off on your own. But there's a lot to do in this game. There is a main storyline that you can follow, but also daily you're requested to do certain things for the villagers, whether it be collect a few things, fight some of the rot, whatever. And I advise that you do this, because when I first played this game, it kicked my butt. And the thing that I can suggest for any newcomers or first-time players is to take the time to upgrade your weapons, to upgrade your jars, which is your healing items. Also, remember to equip different memories, which will also help you in the long run. This game does become very attainable. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult if you don't grind and you don't add these upgrades to your character, but ultimately it's a really fun, almost Zelda-like type of experience. And when this game dropped, a lot of people compared it to a Stardew Valley type game, which it really doesn't in any form really act like a Stardew Valley game. I don't really know why it got the comparison, but much more of like a Zelda-like. And right now it's $11.99, down from $19.99. And I'm just going to add one more game here at the end because I'm picking it up myself, and it's called Dreamscaper. I'm not going to really go through it. All I'll say is regularly it's $24.99. Right now it's $9.99. It's a really cool, almost roguelike type game. There's a lot to it. I'd definitely suggest checking it out if you haven't. I think $9.99 is a perfect price for it, although I haven't played it yet, but it's just my assessment. Anyway, guys, let me know what you're picking up, if you're picking up anything, or if you're saving your money for another game down the road. Any and all comments I appreciate. Like always, guys, I'm wishing you health, wealth, and above all, I hope you're truly happy because you make me happy. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.